Hey people, once again, hello from the channel. This episode is not a fragrance review. I'm gonna talk about something as like a morning thought, but now it's early morning. It's about almost quarter to 1, 12:45 a.m. And I've been doing these videos, fragrance reviews at one side, and then I also do this other videos, morning thoughts, and this other non-fragrance related thing is just sharing my thoughts. And I promise it's not gonna be that long. Just want to talk about something that topic was like floating around in my head. So if you're here to watch a fragrance review, I would suggest you skip it, because from the title you can see it's about friendship, it's about love, and it's about stopping the hatred. And I often talk about it because I really believe we have to, when you get a bit older, you have certain social responsibility, and when you actually can connect with people, 3,000 plus people on YouTube, it's like a good foundation to talk about it. So I'll just keep it within 10 minutes. I try, of course, and I'm not going to make it super long. So this is basically for people all around the globe. I'll talk about India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, this sort of zone, because that's where I'm from. And I also talk about prospect of Malaysia, also throughout the world, between the religions. So it's a very serious issue. It's something that we've been facing, and we are being actually victimized. All right. So before I go on to that topic, just want to show you, because it's a fragrance related channel, so I want to show you my scent of the night. I just reviewed it tonight. I'm just wearing it for just a lot of it lately. Okay, I really love this fragrance. This is Diesel 0 Plus Masculine. I haven't got the hold of the name yet, but yeah, this is a beautiful fragrance, spicy fragrance. If you haven't watched it, go and check out my review. There are a couple of other reviews on this on YouTube. You can check it out. It's very masculine, very inexpensive fragrance, and it's very long lasting scent for the winter. You can also wear it for summer also with watch that trigger. All right, so what I was going to talk about, I don't have any points or notes here, just want to talk about it just like from my life. Okay, just life stories sharing. So as you guys know, like I spent a significant amount of time in Bangladesh and Malaysia both. I was born in Russia, and I was there until 2 years old or something. So I came back with my parents once my dad was done with his PhD, and then we lived basically in Bangladesh about 16 years, 16 years around there. And then the rest of it, I think it was all in Malaysia, almost 2 decades. So it taught me, traveling just to one country. I also went to Singapore, and then I didn't travel to so many countries, but I traveled to a lot of places. So I met a lot of people, and I got to meet a lot of nationalities. That was the best thing. Where I studied in my university in Malaysia, it was called International Islamic University, and it's one of the biggest universities in Malaysia. But right now they're like kind of going through some bad phase. But it was quite an experience. It's 20 years. You can imagine, like a lot of my second home was Malaysia, and then all my Malaysian friends, hi, apa kabar, baik. I miss Malaysia, I miss Nasi Lemak. Those who are Malaysian, they would know how we feel like as foreigners, but we basically, like blend in with the Tewa Islimau. Okay, never mind, let's not talk about Malaysia. I'll get very sentimental. Let's talk about this issue I was going to talk. So why I'm raising this issue. Okay, the starting point I think I'll start is right now in the world, you see a lot of this you cannot pretend like it's not there. Everywhere it's happening, and I often talk about it: the hatred, the war, the religious sentiments. People hate each other. There's Hindu-Muslim conflicts. There's also Muslims versus the rest of the world, Christians. There's religious people. There are also people who don't believe. So there are a lot of different kind of people, different races of people. There's different faith. Okay, so what happens is, like, people have actually this clash, and then they have this hatred, and most of the hatred is understood when you have like direct conflict with the neighboring country. Like our country is like here. I'll tell you about the past, like Bangladesh, India, Pakistan. So there was India before, then there was a breakup, and then the separation was like India, Pakistan, and from Pakistan there was Pakistan, Bangladesh. So there was a lot of this time before I left Bangladesh. I didn't get to meet any Pakistanis. I'll talk about my perspective. I'll give you an example. So back in Bangladesh, we used to think like, Bangladesh, you have to hate Pakistan. And I'll just tell you frankly what it is. You guys can take it however you want. And we were actually like taught to hate Pakistan as a whole. And because of the war, and then, if you read the history, there was a war, many people lost lives, there were this tragedies. And the thing is, it actually happened. History you cannot forget. And then, yeah, India was there to open the borders. But the thing is, that we have so much, so much bloodshed and everything between the two nations, but our language were different, our cultures were different. We're Bangladeshis, they're Pakistanis, but we are all actually East and West Pakistan, but we're different. Like Kolkata is a part of India. They speak Bengali there. They don't speak Hindi. They do, but Their main language is Bengali. They eat different food. They have different culture. Rabindranath Tagore. So the land of Bengalis. Many of the Bengalis who are from Kolkata. Hi, কেমন আছেন সবাই? So we also speak Bengali, and then our language is called Bangladeshi language, Bangla, and we have our differences, but our most of the part we are similar. The thing is, why I'm bringing this Pakistan issue, because when I moved to, like Malaysia, I felt very strongly about Pakistan, because since their childhood I was taught, like you have to hate Pakistan as a whole because they were enemies. So yeah, that's there. Okay, I'm not gonna say that, like you shouldn't respect what you're taught by your elders or your teachers and your books, history. The respect should be there. The war was there, you cannot deny it. But let's say the other side. When you move to Malaysia, I met a lot of Pakistanis in first hand. I made friends in university, cricket team, mostly through cricket. So when you play cricket, we meet a lot of Pakistanis, people who are working, the workers. You also meet the professionals. You meet the fellow students. We went to, like different places. A lot of people, and they meet from Sri Lanka. A lot of my good friends from Sri Lanka, India, Bosnia, the other side, Russia, China, Africans. So the thing is, like, I met a whole lot of people, and my experience taught me what I really felt was, India, Pakistan, whatever we when it comes to cricket, we're very particular, either India or Pakistan, right? You guys know there's a big clash when you play cricket. So the thing is, basically the hatred comes from, I think, not from religion, not from anything else. I think it comes from politics. The main problem is politics. There was a war, there was hatred. I don't think, when I met people, when I saw their culture, like Pakistani music, we love Junoon, we love, like all the music, Coke Studio, we follow it, right? We like Roxanne, we like, who was the band? Atif Aslam's band. Damn. So all the music, we love both India and Pakistan, their heritage. We used to go and watch Hindi films. I learned Hindi in Malaysia. I watched a lot of these Hindi films. So what I really felt was there are no good or bad in any particular, like all the whole as a generation or nation as a whole, they're bad. I met good and bad people. That was my experience. So I have a lot of these friends from India and Pakistan, all these countries, because I won't say all of them are good friends that I met. A lot of their not so nice people I met also from my nation. So nothing wrong with this. So my experience was, every country had the good and share of their good and bad people. That's just normal. That's how it is in everywhere. There are people who are gonna do your pickpockets, okay, and also there are gonna be people who's gonna treat you bad, or sometimes people are gonna unexpectedly be so kind to you. So I have friends, I'm in touch thanks to Facebook. I keep in touch. I have some really best friends from Pakistan. They're highly educated, highly intelligent. Perfume games also, they're there. So we often share laughter, brotherhood. And the thing is, when it comes to cricket, I noticed that, Pakistani team also treats our team very, very nicely. Afridi was there. I mean, overall experience was, what I really feel was it's just strictly my own personal feeling. Don't call me like a traitor or whatever. I love anyone who's nice from anywhere. It doesn't matter what religion they have. It doesn't matter what the skin tone, or if they're from our side of the culture or whatnot. If person has humanity, they're my brothers or sisters. Simple as that. And yes, I've been seeing, like, in throughout the world, there are a lot of this hatred. Like if you are gay and proud, or you're like a, you don't believe, what do you call that? Secular people, right? So if you believe in that, so you have to insult the other ones. So thing is, what I really feel, why do you have to insult each other in name of art or anything? If let's say I'm a Muslim, I don't even know you, you don't even know me, you don't know who I am, what my culture is, what my thought. You just generalize I'm a bad person or I'm a hateful person. So the thing is, I think these politicians, dipshit politicians, they actually like take advantage, and they turn that, use the situation. It has nothing to do with religion. Trust me, when you go to Turkey or some other countries, I have friends from Turkey. So when they travel, when they come here, I see them bringing me nice gifts. They give us like the delicacies and stuff. Forgot the name. The green ones. This thing is, the food, Arab food, if you have, it's awesome. If you have Pakistani food, it's awesome. Bangladeshi, there's a whole Pakistani area in Malaysia. There's whole Indian zone restaurant. There's Sikh people. They have like a Sikh. I don't mean like Sikh S-I-C-K. I mean S-I-K-H. The Sikh Punjabi people. They speak the Punjabi language. They have the different community. You have their chapati. You have their lassi. Best things in the world. The thing is, every country have this wonderful people with so much love. They're just like you and me. Just different language, different way they dress, and they eat different food. That's it. I really believe like that many part of Pakistan, they love India, they love Bollywood. There are many part of Pakistan people really feel we are their brothers. So the thing is, I think what really messed up was the politicians, and in the end, we are the people who lost. So I just want to say it out there. It's just my first experience, not what I was taught. I changed my view. I changed my view on people. Like we are taught Israelis, Jews, they're bad for Muslims. You cannot generalize, guys. Like you have to get to know people. You cannot just hate the unknown, right? If you hate the unknown, it makes you the biggest dumb piece of nothing. I don't want to say bad words, but when you hate someone, like, oh, that Jewish actress is there in Wonder Woman, so I'm gonna hate that movie, I'm gonna avoid that movie. You need help. or you just go, like, a few days back I saw this Afghanistan ladies team. They're going to attend some, I think, fair with the robotics or something, like they're engineers, bunch of college goers. They are not allowed to states or somewhere. So you see, like, when you see people or leaders, I don't want to say names, I don't want to take generalize, and they make you feel like you're supremacist, or you are like, you should hate the other people. The other ones are terrorists, these ones are bad. So what's going to ultimately bring is hatred. Is going to bring hatred. If you love someone, it's going to bring love. So the thing is, they're using your blind hatred. If you indulge, if you don't want to learn, they're going to use it. They're going to make you hate, and they're going to do a lot of things in the world. You might think the media might show like, oh, this is what's happening, going to make you angry, and you're going to hate your next door neighbor, and the neighbor is going to be like, oh, you hate me? Okay. And you see, like, in UK, what horrible things are happening. The people are going their business like crazy. Young kids, they had such long life ahead of them, good life. They grew up in UK and then just blew themselves up in the Manchester concert. That's the worst thing that can happen. And you can imagine, like, Syria, they're just dropping bombs. You see dead bodies of children. It's just the balance in the loss is everywhere the same, my friends. That's what I'm saying. When you see a black man next to you, like, like when you're white and you see a black man sitting in the train, you just like, oh, okay, watch your bag. Or if you see someone like from the race you don't like, you're not fan of, and you just like think they're like, automatically they think that they're Magar or someone. When you see someday what kind of mistakes you're making, and they're kind to you. I encountered so many places, I can almost cry that, I was in situation like where a lot of my fellow Muslims could help me. They didn't. There was some Chinese uncle who helped me when my car was shut down to jump my car. So I'm sharing this stories just to let you know, if I can change, like the outlook of one person, like if you are in the wrong path, I think you need to see other people through. If you spend time with them, you cannot, like, let's say, develop a bond with someone if you never met them, if you never interacted with them, you just stayed out with them from them for a long time, and you just racially blindly hate someone. That is the weakest thing for you. If you grow really old and you die like that, it's just sad. And the thing is, just one last example is, let's say you lived in a like an area or a city, like a Boston or somewhere. You lived there, San Diego, and the thing is, your neighborhood really well. You walked around, number of months, hours you spent. The ground, the park, the swings there, the seats there, the benches there, the hot dog seller there. You're gonna create this bond with that place that it's gonna feel like home, right? So you have to, like, I really spend time with my friends. Sometimes they didn't turn out to be all nice. Sometimes people, like, they flip like that. But that's life. You learn. It teaches you. So you have a lot of memories. Don't worry, and don't judge. And I think really what I feel is we need to be united against those tiny bit of politicians who are destroying the world, and we are not gaining anything from it. In the blind hatred. When the cricket match comes, I really feel bad. Sometimes I get indulged, like, oh man, I need Pakistan to win to beat India because they're treating us so badly and blah blah. As a cricket nation, we do that, and then you see media and newspaper, both countries are messing with each other with the writing these comments. Just hatred, and you cannot do anything about it, right? But it would be nice, you see on one page, sometimes it's civilized pages, when they say someone died, and all the people, like, let's say a few days back, I think one of the football club Everton, I forgot the name, sorry, one kid, I don't follow football so much, but I saw the news. The kid died. He's battling with cancer, and he finally passed away. Like, the whole world was quiet, saddened by it. Of course, it touches you. If you're a human being, it touches you. So if you can feel, people put heart, people put love, they put crying, sort of emoticons. But if it was happening within our zone, if there's a rape news, like, let's say there's one girl was raped, like, by 8 men, okay, in India. Bangladeshi people or Pakistani, like, ha 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 ha, so funny, like, it happens. You bunch of rapists, or you see someone, like, they're bragging over cows, or they're fighting over cows. The cow is a big issue right now. Like in India, they worship cows, it's a holy thing. But then there's a lot of political things people, create to fight, and then they kill people, right? So all these things, not everybody does it. Only the bad people and ignorant people do it. That's why you have to fight against ignorance. I promised I'll be doing it in 10 minutes, but these words needed to be out. It feels so frustrating. Sometimes I need to tell and share this, and so you guys can also tell 10 other people to make a difference in the world, not just India, Pakistan, throughout the whole world. So what, he's a Jewish. I went to London. Just one last story. I went to London to visit my sister in 2012. So I was just walking around randomly. I love to explore food places. I was looking for kebab, Turkish kebab. So then I saw this shop. I was looking like, let's go get like a big Gatorade or something like that big, like those energy drinks. So it'd be like good to go. And the thing is, I think it was Monster, not Gatorade. Monster. I was looking for Monster, the black and the blue. Awesome. Take it. Okay. And then I went to this shop and I noticed the people, they were wearing hat and they had this long hair. And I realized the Jewish people. The first time I encountered Jewish people. And they were like all, I think they assume like I'm Arab or something. I was like, hey, what's up? How are you doing? They're like, I saw the fear in their eyes, and they were like, one guy's hand was like under the counter or something. Maybe there's a baseball bat or gun down there. I don't know. I don't want to assume. And the thing is, I didn't really care for it. I just went and grabbed some fruits and some drink, and I came out like, how much? And I paid. I came out, they're like, thank you. But they never smiled. So the thing is, the tension is there. When you live in a country, multi-social country. Let's make it 20 minutes video. What the hell? If you watch it, you watch it. You don't, you're lost. Just kidding. But the thing is, when you see, you're leaving, let's say, a country like London, and not country, the city like London or Kuala Lumpur, where there are a lot of races, a lot of other foreigners are staying side by side, right? Europeans, Africans, Pakistanis, Asians, and you actually have that fear in your back in your head. It develops day by day. There's a bombing, some Arab guys blew someone up, 3 guys do it, and you automatically will see an Arab guy will be like, oh, okay, stay away from them. That fear will turn into hatred, and it's going to become really dangerous at one day, and you'll be like crazy. Like, I don't want to go Brexit, but a lot of these things will become crazy, and it will become like a religious issue in a way, because people will start judging like, oh, these guys are taking our jobs. I saw the sentiment all over the world, but it's nothing to do with religion. They're frustrated because the other people are working that hard and they're giving competition. Yes, it's unfair when you are getting something, without when you work. But if you're working hard and you're making a living, instead of competing with those people, you just kick out those people just unfair in an unfair way, which has been their home for a number of years. These are sad things that happen. So there's now the justice actually slowly starts going down, and one day it happened with those people, next day it will happen with you. The government will screw with you one day, and you'll just see, because they can do it. They're so corrupt. I don't see a single government in the world who are actually working towards peace and friendship and love. They're all selling guns, weapons to destroy destroy countries. Children will die, innocent lives will be over, one whole family will be blown up by a drone, or you're gonna see people on the bridge, London Bridge, gonna be run over. Do you need this? Do we need this shit? We don't. We need peace. We need that love back. We need that, like that every day. You can go without fear in the tube. You can go without any sort of, like tension, right? So yes, I'm kind of heated up and I'm smiling, but actually it hits me up when I think of all these horrible things. So I think we need to stop hatred. We need to try to understand, get rid of our ignorance, because yes, we need to always, there's no ending to learning, right? There's no end to learning. And don't judge by people, oh, you cannot speak English, so your English sucks, your accent sucks. It's okay, as long as you can understand. You may not like my face, but think about the stuff that I told you, right? So yes, those are the things I want to talk about. I don't want to be a hater. I'm still improving. I'm trying to be a better person. And I think that's the whole point of living. We have a small lifespan, 100 years max, 60 these days. And we should make it a good living. It's just that line of Green Mile, the first scene when Tom Hanks is old and he's tells his lady friend that what's the purpose of life. Just before I die, when I face the mirror and I can tell myself that I have lived a good life and have been a good man. So I think that's all we should do. Even for small changes, make a huge difference, right? So thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. And always love you. Always thanks for the support. You guys inspire me to go forward. Take care. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh.